All right. Hello, everybody. It's October 2nd, 2018, and I am seriously blown away at last month. You guys were amazing, and this team is amazing. I know that October is going to be a huge month. I think we've kind of started, all of us, to figure out this momentum thing, the curiosity thing. So we kind of we've been getting a lot of questions on how to start sharing about the products, about the business opportunity, and then how to take that and transition that into conversation and all of the above. How are we supposed to really get this going? And we've got a lot of new reps and things like that. So we thought we were actually going to go live in the team page, and we were like, you know what, this would be a good topic to talk about on the team call. So before we get into that, though, I would love, not just me, but we'd love some feedback. It doesn't have to be, right now, but what did everybody think of last night's opportunity call? Did you guys, I know it was like kind of crazy timing, because even like for me, I know a lot of us were pushing for a goal. So the opportunity call kind of got put on the back burner because we were all pushing so hard for goals and ranks and things like that. But for the people, I did send a few out. I did have a few people on. I got a lot of solid feedback. People liked hearing how the product, this is the feedback I got. Literally, I can read you guys what she said to me. Because she just sent me a message and said that she loved the description of how the coffee works by all of the members of your team. It's super cool to hear it from different perspectives. So the stories part is what she liked the best. But did anybody else have any other feedback? Did anybody this girl is definitely signing up as a rep. So did anybody get any customers or reps or any solid interaction from it? The reason we ask this is because obviously we want to be giving you guys stuff that you're going to utilize and that you want to utilize and that actually works for you guys, because obviously if Kim, let me see if I can unmute you. Hold on. Kim, did you have something to put in? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I had one person jump on the call last night, and today, like when I followed up with her, she just wanted to become a customer. And like she's tagged in the brew. She's I tagged her in a bunch of videos, and I was just like, oh, so what? She wanted more information. I'm like, what information do you need? So it's like, I don't know if she like meant from the call, but apparently there wasn't enough information for her. I don't know.
Have you sent her the what's this wine biz? Oh my gosh.
Wine biz. Yeah, so I sent her that, and I sent her, I tagged her, I put her in the group on Facebook. The only thing that I haven't given her is like the Elevocity or Ellepreneur sites.
Okay. Good to know. That's good to know. I'm wondering that's something we should make note of for the next call, so that we maybe give just a little, I don't know, we have a little section for products, and just kind of go over like how we did in the 3-day sneak peek. Kim Gibbs did that, where she did a little review on all of the products. We maybe don't even need to go into that much detail, but I think that that's awesome feedback that maybe we should just add in a little section with a little more information on the products and like getting started in the business kind of a thing. So cool. I liked hearing that. Thanks for sharing, Kim. Let's see.
Yeah, no problem.
We've got Michelle said, I have someone signing up from the opportunity call. That is amazing. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yes. Ashley suggested if she's still hesitant, Kim, totally suggest asking your upline to do like a 3-way chat or three-way call with you and her. That way she can specifically answer whatever questions she has left. Sharon, we did go over the compensation plan. We did a quick, just unmute yourself, Helen. What were you going to say?
I was thinking more, I think one of the things that just in the few conversations I've had with potential reps in general, one of their biggest concerns is like what the business model is. And by that, I mean, our process is creating curiosity, sharing a cup of coffee, and helping them order. You know, it's super simple. It doesn't take doing home parties. It doesn't take whatever that a lot of the other companies do. So I'm thinking more like kind of the process of running this business and the model behind,
like our getting started right process, right?
Kind of, yeah. But then how to kind of maintain that and keep going. And I think that some people are overwhelmed at the thought of direct sales because a lot of people still think it's Mary Kay and Pampered Chef and Avon and that kind of thing. And so I'm wondering if some of the information that people are looking for is how do they do this business, and do that maybe in an overview, either on the what's this coffee? What's this coffee? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. I think that's a huge question that I asked all the time about, you know, how do I get going? What do I do now? Not only that, but like, am I going to be able to do this, right? Like, is this something that's going to be attainable for me to do? So I think it'd be good for us to set some, you know, like real expectations for them. So this is awesome feedback, you guys. I'm loving this. This is awesome. Does anybody else have anything that they want to add? You feel free to just unmute yourself if you do. Obviously, this is our first one. We're just kind of testing the waters. We did this one on Zoom. We are going to try a Facebook group next time, or event. I don't know if we said group or event, but essentially where we'll go live in there. So not like a sneak peek, big type of a thing. I think a little bit smaller, just going live and doing basically the same exact thing we would do on a Zoom call, but live. So I know that was something we wanted to test. Let me see. Okay, so if that's it, if anybody else have any other feedback, feel free. If you're like thinking of something later on too and you want to add, feel free to like message one of us or post it, you know, on the comments of this thread when I share the recording, whatever. But we're always looking for ways to improve, obviously, right? Like it's not like we're trying to run the show here. We definitely are looking for other input as well. So Facebook Live, we're kind of, that's why we're kind of testing the waters to see. So Sharon said, I think the Facebook Live will be easier to get people on. And that could be absolutely true, which is why we're like, you know what, let's try it out and let's see which one does better. I know millennials they do not want to get on you say phone and they're like running the other way. So who knows? We'll see. Yes. So this, I think, just fell on a really weird time. We are going to talk about schedule because we are going to try and make everybody's lives a little bit easier here and just more effective. So since we're already talking about it, I'll just jump into it. But what we are thinking is we're going to create a fun graphic for you guys so you can see it and it's not confusing. But we are thinking of going bi-weekly on our team calls. So every other week, because we would like to implement these opportunity calls and the getting started right calls. So that's for like all the new partners. And we're going to do both of those once a month. So essentially we're thinking beginning of the month is a good time to do the opportunity call. Just because it's a good time to have momentum or to start getting momentum. I think it fell on a really just awkward time because it ended up being like literally the first Monday was literally the first day of the month. But we're thinking the first Monday of every month. So I don't know, that may be like on the 7th, you know what I mean? But the first Monday of every month will be our opportunity call. And again, that's so that we can kind of try and build momentum and curiosity for the rest of the month, so that we're hitting our goals early, because that's what we want. And then the second week in the month would be our team call. So that's just going to be normal time, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Team call. And then the third week of the month, which is going to be flipping again to the opportunity call, or I'm sorry, not the opportunity call, the getting started right call. So that's for all the new partners. That is, right now we have that on the third Wednesday of every month. So as you guys can see, we're kind of flip-flopping, right? And then the last week of the month, we're going to go back to team call. So it goes opportunity call, team call, getting started right call, team call. So that's kind of how they're going to go throughout. It's just, we found we don't want to overwhelm people by having, I mean, we were on a call last night, we're on a call tonight, and I know that that's a lot. And we also have other calls that people possibly like to get on, like Brittany's team call, things like that, or even the corporate calls. So it can be overwhelming to a lot of people. So we want to be sure that we are giving you guys effective tools that you're going to utilize, but also not overwhelming you guys as well. So we're going to make a fun, pretty calendar and share it and pin it to the top of the page so that everybody can kind of have a reference on what is happening for that week. But that's kind of our thought process, is flip-flopping the team calls as well as the other two opportunity and getting started right calls. So with that being said, the thing we've been getting a lot of questions, I don't know if they're like questions or concerns, maybe they're just things that we've got a lot of new team members happening, and I think that we're growing at a rapid pace, and I think that it's so easy for us to overcomplicate this business, which is why that's another reason why we're like, okay, we need to simplify this. We don't need to have 20 calls every single week. We want to keep this simplified for everybody, but also effective. So with that being said, I'm going to have Jermaine talk to us a little bit about storytelling, which I know we have talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it in regards to posts, because one of the things I know I'm kind of seeing a lot, and I'm finding that I fell into it myself, and kind of had to check myself before I wreck myself type thing. So that is, it happens. And so anyways, Jermaine is going to talk to us about this, and I'm handing the floor over to you now.
Hey guys, so Jax broke my Mac, so I look kind of weird, and it's kind of annoying for me because I don't know where to look. So I don't know what you guys see me looking at, but I swear I'm looking at you. So I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about posting, because I've had a few people ask me, I don't know what to post. Like, how do I post? How do I talk about this coffee? And like Kelly said, like, we've noticed a lot of posts, and I'm guilty too, where we're starting to come off as buy my coffee, try my samples, buy my samples. And that is not going to make people want your product. You have to find a way to make them feel like they need it. And the only way you're able to do that is if you start sharing what it's doing for you. And we say it all the time. We hear it all the time. We keep telling you, share your stories. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate it because we're like, well, I don't actually have a story, like I didn't lose 25 pounds. I just started. I drank the coffee for a week, so I don't know what to talk about. But what you don't realize is you are your story. Like, every single thing that you're doing daily, that is your story. And you can talk about it regardless of how long you've been drinking your coffee. So, for example, Sonia, she posted, I don't know if it was this week, I saw it and it was an amazing post. It was not even related to coffee, you guys. She posted that her nails, she noticed that they're stronger. And when she posted that, I was like, oh my God, like my nails are stronger too. And I didn't even think it was coffee. So she's sharing her story on what she's noticing for herself. And it doesn't have to be crazy. She didn't talk about like my magical coffee, I lost weight, I don't have an appetite, none of that. She just shared about her nails and she got interaction, and it made everybody else think like, whoa, like if your nails are getting stronger, my nails suck. Maybe I should try your coffee. So it's just things like that. Or like I posted today about how Jenia and Kelly, they sent me a gift. Like I love flowers. That's my thing. They sent me a gift and I just posted about it. And I just shared that network marketing. A lot of people don't want to join us because they think of network marketing as a get rich quick scheme. And that's not what it's about, you guys. Like network marketing, it's more about the community. So I shared that in my post and it's so simple. Like you guys have so many crazy stories. Why are you drinking this coffee? Why did you start drinking it in the first place? Like talk about that. How is it helping you? Like I used to struggle with like food, like crazy food addictions. Like I used to go on massive diets. Every single week I was changing. Like I would be keto one week and I'm like, nah, that's too hard. Let me try to be vegetarian. Then I tried it another week and I'm like, nah, that's a little bit too hard. Let me count these containers. And that was my life, you guys, for like ever. Like for the past 4 years, that has been my life. And now that I drink the coffee, I don't even stress out about that. So I talk about that. And there's so many people out there who are struggling with these things that you don't know about. And the more you talk about it, the more it's going to come out like, oh my gosh, that is my problem too. So you just got to share what's working for you. Pay attention to it. And you know how you guys just said, well, I invited my friend to the opportunity call and she said that she doesn't understand how we do our business. You guys, that's a clue. That is telling you that people are watching you, but they don't know what the hell you're doing. So you need to start sharing like, well, I run my business through home. You can take a picture of you on your cell phone and just talk about like how you love it, that you get to stay home with your kids and you're growing your business right on your phone. So those are clues. Like when you talk to prospects and they give you objections, talk about that. That's all I do. When somebody tells me I don't have time, I write it down. Whatever objection I get, I write it down so I can craft a post later on, not like trying to shame them. Like if they tell me today I don't have time, I'm not going to post today, well, you think you don't have time, but you do. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to pull it back out later and I'm going to say, hey, Sarah said she didn't have time because she's a mom of 5 kids and her husband's gone all the time. How can I make a story that shows Sarah can do this too? So it's super simple, you guys. Like, I don't know. You just think about why, how, and what. That's it. Like share your life and that's it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I really think, and if you guys have new reps or maybe you are a new rep, I think that it's so easy to kind of look at the leaders and to be like, I need to be doing what they're doing. And if you keep it simple and share what it's doing for you, that's going to come off way more impactful and it's going to bring a lot more value to your audience because it's going to be you. So of course, use us as inspiration, take our posts as inspiration, but make them your own. Obviously, do not copy and paste. I have not seen anybody copy and paste. And if you do copy and paste, don't copy and paste the whole thing. Like you can take snippets. Somebody has like bullet points that you're like, oh, I like those. But I don't recommend like totally copy and paste an entire post. Again, not that I've seen that, but I just felt like it's good to mention that because it does happen. So keeping it simple and just, I tell people all the time, like people just want to know what you're doing. They could care less that there's this coffee out there that's got all these nootropics in it and that it does this cool stuff. Like what they care about is what it's doing for you. So posting a transformation photo, my inbox literally is blowing up because people are like, I felt like I was just so focused this past week. Guys, I'm totally at fault of doing this. Like I become so focused on one thing and obviously I'm excited about the business, but I'm sharing so much about the business that I'm like forgetting to share what's actually happening with the products and with my life kind of a thing, because I'm so focused on the business. And I think because now I'm kind of reining it back in, realizing that I need to just share more of what's happening in my life and stop trying to sell them on something. All of a sudden, I'm getting a lot more interaction and a lot more people in my inbox. So keep it simple. Share why you love it. Why, who, what, like Jermaine said, amazing, So with that being said, we're also getting conversations with like, okay, so I did put up my curiosity post, or it doesn't have to be curiosity post. I put up a post and people are asking me questions. Now what? So I just wanted to quickly run through with you guys kind of my average conversation, and Jermaine or Jenia, you guys can totally hop in if you do something similar or different. But normally when people ask me, like, what is it? I do give them a little bit of a definition, so to speak, on what the coffee is. So I have a script. It's in the file section of the team page of the Dynasty. I actually save it to my phone so if I type in literally coffee definition is what I do, and a star, coffee definition star, this entire thing pops up on my phone, so I don't have to retype it every single time. Okay, guys, like, save yourself some time, figure out how to use text replacements and do it, because you're going to get asked a million times, so what's this coffee? And you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to friggin' type this again for the 900th time. No. Get text replacements on your phone and save your favorite ones. This is one that I use all the time. So I just say it's an instant coffee with a blend of natural, and I like go a little into detail because that's my style, is to go into a little detail. So if it's not your style, so if Jermaine were to use this script, guys, it would not work. People would be like, Jermaine, what the F are you saying? Because she is just not into ingredients. She's not into the science behind things, where I am a little bit more into the science behind things. So when people come to me, they expect me to respond that way. So again, this is what I say, and it's not the right or wrong thing to say. We all know what the Smart Coffee says or does, but I just say and again, this is in the back office or in our team page in the file section under scripts. Blend of natural and botanical nootropics, which are cognitive enhancers. They help support and control appetite, enhance focus, mood, improves anxiety, memory, energy. It's awesome. I really like it. I'm down 30 pounds since June. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in? I'm happy to chat more. So one of the things I always like to do is ask a lot of questions. You want to ask your prospect, or if maybe it's not even somebody who messaged you asking you for information, but the best thing to do whenever you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to say, what do you want to know? Just ask. So I say, does this sound like something you're interested in? And they'll say, yeah, that sounds awesome. And I say, cool. What has you interested? Are you more interested in the business, or are you more interested in the products, or is it both? And they'll say, whatever. A lot of times it's just product. I'm already with a network marketing company. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes they're just I want to know about the business, straight up send me the comp plan. So I ask them these questions straight out because, well, that's what they're here for, right? And then so once I ask that question and they tell me, I say, cool, that's awesome, not a problem, whatever their answer is. Would you be open to checking out this website I have that's got a ton of information? Check that out. We chat after. And then they're like, sure. I mean, they of course would rather poke at their own rate than anything else. And at that point, that's when I send the what's this coffeebiz.com. And I say, here's the link, check it out. I'll reach back out to you in a day or two if I don't hear from you. And that's it. I let them take their day or two. A lot of times I do hear back from them because this stuff is amazing. And they're like, wow, that's so cool. And I want to know. And sometimes I do have to follow up with them. multiple times. It happens. And when I follow up, guys, again, keeping it simple, all of this was like the most crazy, simple conversation in the world. I follow up and I say, hey, did you get a chance to check everything out? If they're like, yeah, I do, I've got a bunch of questions, or I've got some questions for you. Okay, cool. Do you want to hop on a chat with my three-way, or what can I answer? I personally just answer mine. But if you feel like you need to insert your upline for a three-way call or a three-way chat, do that. Pass it to them. As leaders, I'm sure we would all be prepared to help out our personally sponsored get through a closing call, right? Or a closing chat. So that is it. So simple. That conversation basically happens 500 times. It's just going to happen over and over and over. So my biggest tip is to keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And don't be afraid to ask them questions. Ask them why are they, if they are interested in the products, what products are they interested in? Why are they interested in using them, right? Like, just have a normal conversation. While I think scripts are amazing in terms of staying focused on the conversation, right? We don't want to get like sidetracked. I tend to be squirrely a little bit. So I'm like, 1 second I'm talking about the coffee, and the next second we can be talking about our kids, whatever. So I think scripts are good in a sense that it helps us keep control of the conversation in a way of where, we have an agenda. We've got something we want to accomplish. However, I want to make sure that we are being us, and that we are being authentic and ourselves, and truthful with people, and honest, because not everybody in this business of network marketing is honest. So I pride us for being that. So yeah, that was it. Those were our main two things that we want to talk about. But before we end it, we do want Jenia to hop on. She is going to, Jenia, where are you? There you go. Did you unmute yourself? Yeah. Are you unmuted, woman? Jenia, I can't hear you. Wait, hold on. Let me unmute you. Wait. Okay, you're unmuted. We can't hear you.
How about now?
Wait, now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay. I was
Okay.
actually still muted on my iPhone, not with just Zoom. So sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Jenia
So,
is
go ahead.
Yeah, you take over.
Okay. So we're going to end the call. Let's see if I can do this in about 2 minutes to get this for 30 minutes. Okay. So since Kelly had said, we're going to switch up the calls a little bit. I hope you guys are doing well tonight. We thought, the bi-weekly calls, there's a lot of stuff going on. I have had people messaging me on our team, on our major team, like not in our downline, but also with our company, and then random people that find my live about manifestation and law of attraction. If you've ever checked out my page, you know that I talk about this a lot and tend to always have the most comments and views on those types of lives. So I came to my two other friends and said, hey, should I do a manifestation series in the Dynasty? So it's going to be exclusive to you guys. I'm not going to do it on my personal page because that's not fair. That means everybody would be getting information, but it is going to be a live series. I will say, I don't know how long it's going to last, but it is going to be for a while. It's not just going to be 2 lives and that's it. I am going to have it go on for a while, kind of see how it goes, how people respond to it. I did post about it in the Dynasty. People seem super excited. I'm going to go live on Thursdays in the Dynasty at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's a little bit later. Hopefully people can hop on. And I'm just going to talk about everything from vision boards to what I listen to about law of attraction, what kind of helped me get out of my funk after my divorce, being a single mom, and how I believe that I manifested not only network marketing, but this exact opportunity into my life. I'm going to talk about, like I said, affirmations, positivity, but it's going to be more than just like having a gratitude journal or like the Rachel Hollis kind of thing. I think that's a great startup, and I might talk about those things, but it's going to be a little bit different and in-depth. So it's not what you're going to get every day. So I'm super excited about doing that, and we'll see how it goes. Feel free to hop on live and ask questions. And then you guys can always watch the replay. And when you guys do comment, I will try to be, updating and catching up on comments in the next couple of days. But I'm excited. I'm a huge believer in law of attraction. I think it works. If you don't think it works, maybe you should watch the video because I know you guys have a lot of goals to hit. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say.
That's no, I'm super excited for this. This is literally Jenny Ann's baby. So she was like, do you want me to do anything in particular? And Jermaine and I were literally like, yo, this is your thing, go and do it. So we're excited. I definitely recommend for people, if you have anybody personally sponsored, or maybe you just have like a success partner who, this is going to be really, really good for the people that have let their mindset get in the way of their goals, which I think everybody can sit here and be like, oh, that's me. Definitely me too. But this is going to be that thing to tune into so that we can kind of help learn to get past that little nasty thing in our brain that tells us we can't do it when we sure can. So Jenny is amazing. We know that's going to be awesome. So that's it, guys. That's all we have for you guys tonight. Super short call. We are going to try and keep these short from here on out. But next week, just so we're clear, next week there is nothing, literally not a single call at all, because this call technically should have been next week. Okay. The way that we've got this new schedule going, it's going to go opportunity call, team call, getting started right call for all new reps, team call. That's going to be our 4 weeks in a month, how we're going to kind of rock out these calls so that we're not having 5 different calls every single week. And everybody, I think, hopefully will appreciate that too. So next week, there's nothing. Literally enjoy the week, take that week, take the extra time and send some messages to people, connect with some new people. So we will see you guys. The next call we will have will be the 3rd Wednesday, so not next Wednesday, but the week after, for our Getting Started Right call for all new reps. So if you've signed any new reps from last month until this month, make sure they hop on that call. So, all right, guys, I appreciate everybody for getting on. We love you, and we will talk to you all later.